What's going on, guys? MMuniz here. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following the channel for some time, you're gonna know that I'm a huge advocate for owning your own home gym. Now, I think that anybody with even a little bit of interest in the fitness industry, or at least some basic knowledge of training, can benefit from having their own home gym. Now, I've mentioned before, you don't need a huge setup or anything crazy, but just having the basics is gonna take you a long way in saving you some money, and even more importantly, it's gonna save you time, which is irreplaceable. So in this video, we're gonna discuss which bumper plates or steel plates do you need for your home gym. I'm not gonna go super in depth on the sizes or the price. I'm more gonna talk about my personal experience over the past 8 years using all different types of bumper plates and what the pros and cons of each type are. So first things first, now that we've determined what type of weightlifting you're interested in, let's go over it. So if we're a bodybuilder or a powerlifter and we are really strong, you're definitely going to need to lean towards the steel plates. They're going to be a lot thinner, allowing you to fit way more weight on the bar. They're also going to be cheaper. And lastly, you don't need to worry about dropping them. I mean, some powerlifters may be dropping their deadlifts, and that's fine. Then you may need to look at the bumper plates or have a really strong flooring solution. But if you're not doing those things and you're doing controlled movements, you might be able to get away with steel plates. Just realize you're gonna get a little bit of sound when you put those steel plates on a bar and you put them together, they're gonna rattle a little. Maybe that bothers you, maybe it doesn't. I personally like that noise when I'm working out. But what if we're an Olympic weightlifter? Now these guys are interesting because you can really choose any of these. I wouldn't recommend the steel plates though, because you're probably gonna be dropping the bar from significant heights and that has a high chance of damaging your subfloor. But you're typically gonna have 3 options when it comes to the bumper plates. You're gonna have the high temp recycled rubber, the dead bounce, so these are considered Rogue HG plates, but they are offered by other brands. And then you've got your competition bumpers, and of course they're offered by other brands as well. You know, Alico, Klokov, all sorts of stuff. I have Rogue here because I like Rogue, but at the end of the day, once I describe the differences between the types of bumper plates, it's up to you guys to pick the brand and which one you like. I like Rogue, I like America. I'm willing to pay the premium for a good quality product, but really it's up to whatever fits your guys' budget. And no, I'm not sponsored by Rogue, I wish I was. So once again, when we talk about the high temps and the dead bounce, what's the difference? Well, you certainly have a style preference. I personally like the HG, but some people like the sleeker look of the dead bounce. The next thing you gotta think about is, do you mind it bouncing? Because the high temps are gonna bounce way higher when you drop them. When you drop them from overhead, it's gonna bounce up to your waist. When you drop these ones, it's probably only gonna bounce to your knees and maybe get one other little bounce. So dead bounce has significantly less bounce, which some people may prefer for the majority of movements. But what about the competition plates? What do you get out of those? Well, the thing about these is they're about twice as expensive. So unless you have a lot of money or unless you're a professional, I probably wouldn't recommend these. The only reason I bought them was because they look awesome and I wanted my barn gym to look awesome. But the key thing you get out of these is you're gonna get a super accurate weight, okay? When you're lifting the 45s or the 55s, you're gonna know that you're lifting that weight. It's within a specified range and it's down to the grams on how close they are. Now, the other thing you're getting out of the competition plates is you're getting the thinnest profile of all the bumper plates. The high temp is gonna be the widest. With the high temp, you're only gonna fit 4 45-pound bumpers on one side of a bar. So you're only gonna be able to get up to 405 with clips when it comes to weightlifting with these. If you're stronger and you wanna get up to 455, you're gonna be able to get the HGs or the dead bounces. You'll probably be able to get 4 45s and an additional 25. Whereas with the competition bumpers, I've actually never tested it out, but you can probably easily get 5 to 6 plates, maybe even more on each side. So you're gonna be able to do a lot more weight with this, but for my personal lifting, 405 is more than enough for me. So at the end of the day, picking out what type of plates you're gonna use comes down to the price, which when it comes to price, these two are gonna be your cheapest options. These are gonna be for the people that money isn't an issue. It comes down to the sound. It comes down to the bounce levels. You're gonna get the largest bounce, medium bounce, and then the minimal bounce. Weight accuracy. These are gonna be the most accurate of all 3 options. And then durability. I personally think that the high temps are gonna be the most durable, and then this, and then the competition bumpers. Now, I've never had any issues with mine of any of these, but I've had these for the shortest time. And the only reason for that is I take good care of my stuff, and Rogue makes really high quality products. And the last thing is style. Your home gym is your home, it's your gym. What do you want it to look like? You know, some people care about that. I personally think it looks really cool when you have 4 high temp 45s on each side. You just look so strong. And, you know, for someone that's not that strong, maybe that's cool. You know, I personally like that. But you also can't complain about seeing nice flashy colors. That's pretty cool too. So at the end of the day, if you're getting a bumper plate, you're gonna be able to do almost any type of weightlifting, all the way from bodybuilding to powerlifting to CrossFit. If you're only getting steel plates, then you're gonna have to be a lot more careful and limit the movements that you do. But as long as you're going with a quality product or a quality brand like Rogue Fitness, Rep Fitness, Titan Fitness, whether you go with the dead bounce or the high temps, the competitions, you're gonna have a good quality product, and I think you're gonna like it long term. I really can't think of anything about any of these that I dislike. Now I wanna know from you guys. Leave me a comment down below. Do you already have one of these? What is your personal preference? Or do you have any questions for me? I do my best to respond to all comments on all of my videos. And also, lastly, if you haven't already, if you got something out of this video, make sure you smash the like button down below, subscribe to the channel. We do weekly videos on anything related to personal finance or fitness. And with that said, I hope to see you guys next week. Take care.